Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB. Embrace the iExamB learning experience for 50% faster job preparation. Your PFRDA Phase 1 exam is done and dusted with, and now it is very important that you focus on the Phase 2 strategy and do not waste any time for waiting for the result. Lot of exams are lined up. PFRDA mains phase 2 is there. IFSC has also come out with a short notification. More details will follow on the 11th of September when the details are available. RBI has been announced. So a lot of regulatory bodies exams are lined up. So you should not be wasting any time in waiting for the results. As I stated, phase 1 is done. We have also done an analysis about the questions that came in phase 1, which is important for you because this will give a direction what to do for phase 2, and that is what I am going to discuss today. If you need the PDF, we have recreated on the memory basis all the 50 questions which you can download from the link of this particular video also, or you can watch Sushil sir's video of details of what the questions had come out. And let's now focus on the phase 2 strategy. In 25 days, we know the exam is on the 6th of October. So what is your 25 days plan? Let's look at the exam pattern very quickly. There in the mains, there will be two papers. Paper 1, which will be your descriptive English paper, testing your drafting skills. There will be 3 questions, which will be an essay. There will be a précis, right? And there will be a reading comprehension that can come of 100 marks. And then the general stream paper, which will again be the same paper 2 as you gave in phase 1. That is the best part of this exam. No different syllabus, same syllabus you have to study. So what is going to be different is what we can see. 50 questions, 2 mark each of 100 marks. Okay, also the thing you have to notice is in descriptive English will have 1/3 weightage in your overall marks for phase 2, and 2/3 weightage will be to your general stream. So you have to do very well in general stream. And phase 1 बहुत लोगों का, majority लोगों का clear हो जाएगा. So you cannot take your phase 2 lightly. Right, as you can see in the notification, आपका syllabus common है, which is the best part. So phase 2 के लिए you have to revise, study, ensure that you are not leaving anything. The competition will be higher. Phase 1 का exam easy tha, I will say. There were a lot of direct questions, very expected questions that came in phase 1. So phase 2 के आप बहुत ज़्यादा lightly जैसे phase 1 type level का नहीं consider कर सकते हैं. Let's look at a trend of the topics or the subjects, that had come over the last PFRDA recruitment cycles. 21 में जो हुई थी, 22 में जो हुई थी, and जो इस बार हुई है आपकी. Commerce and accountancy have always had a good weightage, 8 questions के around. This time in phase 1, there was low weightage, I will say. There were only 5 questions. Similarly, management में काफ़ी low weightage हुआ this year for, while last year equal distribution रहा है. Finance में it was average, 7 questions were asked. If we see in the past also, 7-8 questions, even up to 10 we have seen questions go in phase 2. In costing this time, this was very expected. I had been telling the students in classes again and again कि lean systems को neglect मत करना, because lean systems can be very easy marks and scoring marks if the questions come. And actually phase 1 में यही हुआ. We had 4-5 questions from lean systems and they were easy questions that had come, right? So that's why costing went up. ऐसा नहीं है कि this was pure costing. इसमें से 5 questions approximately lean systems के थे. So remaining questions were there. And जब पहले भी ऐसा हुआ है, जब 9 questions high आए थे, that was the trend that they had focused on lean systems, right? So yes, this time also costing will have, but now apart from lean systems, more topics are likely to come in costing. Companies Act has always had an importance and it is likely to continue. Economics, 5 questions. I will say this is expected line. Economics में बहुत ज़्यादा questions नहीं आते हैं. And pension sector this time they gave good importance with 9 questions. Numericals were on the lower side. Only 3 numericals were asked in phase 1. which is more or less expected lines. The numericals were very, very easy in phase one. So based on the trend and the expectation of how these topics have been asked in phase one, my phase two analysis says that there will be at least 8 questions from your commerce and accountancy in phase 2. Management, there are likely to be 6 questions. Finance, around 7-8 questions. Costing, lower side, and which I'm saying apart from lean systems. So this is likely to not have too much of lean systems. I'm not saying don't go through lean systems, do, but it is likely the more questions will come from other costing, core costing topics. Companies Act is going to be continue to be important. Economics may have a little, so there could be a switch between finance and economics, because many times जो questions होते हैं ना वो overlap topics के हो जाते हैं, like monetary policy and your inflation, ये सब overlap topics हैं between finance and economics. So somewhere between finance and economics, 14 to 15 questions is what you can expect. And pension, you can expect another 7 to 8 questions come in. Numericals are very high possibility that the numericals will have a higher weightage. You can expect easily on an average 10 questions to come on numericals, and we will see forward what type of topics you should focus on numericals. They will not be as simple and straightforward as in phase 1, right? Before I move on, let me tell you that for your PFRDA phase 2 preparation, we have a course which will give you ample practice for your paper 2, also for paper 1, which will include your feedback evaluation for your paper 1, which is descriptive English. We also do live sessions, interview guidance once you clear your phase 1, and we are starting with the batch on the 11th tomorrow with a strategy class by myself at 4 p.m. We have been guiding for PFRDA since 2021, and last time we had great selections. We have been guiding for various other regulatory bodies. So all the exams that you are aiming for, SEBI, RBI notification is also out. You can check out the courses on iExamB website. Right? So the summary of the topics, I told you the questions that came, but what are the topics that were covered? In commerce and accountancy, we saw basic level questions come in, and there was also question from cash flow. This I'm talking about from the numericals. Then in management, very expected topics, communication, motivation, and that also motivation, they focused on the classical theories. And then the leadership style, one question was there. Finance, regulation based, RBI capital, they asked for which organization, which regulatory body is regulating what, right? So regulation based questions were there. There were also financial instrument T-bills that they asked. And there was a question on BRSR, right? We talk about this is a topic many of people don't talk about, but since this has come as an important report by SEBI mandating the listed companies, top listed companies to do it, we have been talking about this report, expecting a question, but now finally we got a question from this. And there were other dynamic questions that had come. So if you are reading news and using some financial knowledge in general, simple basic knowledge, you would have been able to do these questions. Costing में lean systems had the highest weightage with some simple basic questions related to prime cost, batch costing, and your margin of safety. Companies Act, very expected topics, prospectus, allotment, dividend, IEPF. I remember discussing these timelines again and again in the live classes, saying that we will get questions, and we did get questions from here. In economics, simple law of demand, the favorite question asked in so many exams. We also got GST, again a topic. I had said that GST topic will be important this time because of the GST reforms coming in place. And for your phase 2, again this will continue, so do not skip GST topic. There were other fiscal policy related questions like budget, what are now non-tax revenue for the government, finance commission related question on the devolution of certain way of how your fiscals will be divided between the states, right? So those questions. So fiscal policy in general, I will say, was the focus. And then in pension, of course, very expected. These are the two biggest schemes, APY and NPS, and they did ask a lot of questions on the new part of NPS for children, which is the Vatsalya screen, right? On numericals, as I stated, 3 questions were there, very easy. Ratio, current ratio was asked, PAT calculation, given certain numbers and you had to calculate, and then there was abnormal cost calculation that had to be done. So what do you think you should focus on in phase 2 for your phase 2? As I stated, try not leaving out any topic, right? The competition is going to be harder as compared to phase 1, right? So in your phase 2, when you are talking about commerce and accountancy, your balance sheet items, the preparation part also, right? Apart from just understanding the balance sheet, if you remember, the schedule 7 talks about how it is to be presented, right? So go through the presentation also, both of the balance sheet, P&L, and your cash flow. Certain, again, the terms and concepts, your principles of accounting, revise them thoroughly. Accounting standard did not get, and share transaction did not get any focus in phase 1. You are likely to see questions from depreciation, inventory, and investment, most likely. There are other accounting standards, but these will be the most important. Sorry, I missed one more, revenue, right? Very important. And from share transactions, bonus, ESOPs, and buyback, please go through them. You can expect numericals, ratio, again, a little higher level ratios rather than just simple current ratio. You could even get one balance sheet asking for calculation of 2-3 ratios, which actually increases your chances of getting good marks in ratios. Even share transactions related, like say for example rights issue, they can ask you how many rights issue will be given if certain percentage of rights issue is announced, or calculating the price of the right, so this kind. Or even for the buyback, we know there is a certain criteria how much buyback can be done, so asking that concept in the numerical format. Then accounting standard, inventory and revenue based numericals can be asked. If you are wondering where to practice, in your course, when we are giving you MCQ booklets, there is separately dedicated for numerical practice, which you can do, which includes all types of numericals from all the topics that I'm discussing here. Management, good part, no numericals you will expect here, but what is going to be important, it's a very small syllabus for management. Continue to focus on the functions and roles of a manager and the leadership styles. Focus on the other process based motivation theories that have not been asked in phase 1, and certain HRD terminologies related to performance evaluation, appraisals, and all, and career paths. In finance, your dynamic information will continue to be important. Include updates related to GST and conceptual knowledge related to GST. Go through derivatives, financial inclusion, and all types of financial instruments will be important. For numerical, forex and derivative related basic concept checking questions will be important, and also calculation or understanding of yield calculation and bond price calculations. In pension, of course, NPS, UPS, APY will be important, and your PFRDA intermediaries, right? What are the roles of different intermediaries? What are the names of the different intermediaries? Who is the trustee bank? Okay, who is the CRA? All like this. Numericals are very unlikely, but as we saw in APY, minimum amount of calculation, those type of questions, they can be there related to how much contribution people make. Costing, different types of costs related terms. What is implied cost? What is prime cost? Okay, what is overhead cost? All these type of terminologies you should go through. Process costing as a method of costing, apart from others, revise others, but focus on these. Marginal costing, more deeper questions, conceptual and otherwise, both in your numerical form, will be very important. And your budgetary controls, especially budgets, different types of budgets, how they are made. From numericals, calculation of prime cost, break-even points, EOQ, or your variance. Variance is relatively less asked, but you should definitely know the formulas. They can even be asked in your conceptual aspects. Companies Act, Shares and Debentures chapter has not been touched in phase 1. Please go through this. This is a very, very important chapter. Auditor, we had very less question, but again, a very important chapter. Continue to focus on prospectus. Apart from this, directors and board meeting will be very important. You can go through, although less likely to be asked, but NCLT and CLAT need to be revised again. In economics, demand and supply has to be revised. Okay, ISLM is another aspect, and understanding pricing under different market structures. NBFCs, please go through. Fiscal policy was asked more. Expect a little more inclination towards monetary policy in phase 2. Revise concepts related to inflation and Phillips curve, and of course your dynamic part related to news will continue to be important. As I stated, it could be a mix of finance or economics. You need not segregate from that aspect. And more important is dynamic news. You should be updating yourself. You can get numericals in economics also related to demand or supply calculation or the equilibrium price, and national income calculations also. As I stated, all these type of numericals that can come from apart from ratios are also included in our MCQ booklets for revision. What you should be targeting. So let's have a look at the last year cutoff for phase 2. So last year phase 2 cutoff for, I'm discussing the general stream, the unreserved stream, for paper 1, which is your descriptive English, out of 151 was the cutoff, right? When I'm saying cutoff, this is the minimum, right? And then your paper 2 was 33.75. You may feel, wow, this is so low, this is easy for me to do, I have done more than these questions in phase 1, right? But the final score, please keep in mind, was 63.65, the cutoff. And this includes 1/3 of your English paper and 2/3 of your paper 2, right? So it is not as simple as just adding these two up, which means if anybody had got a minimum of 51 marks in their paper 1 to be able to meet this cutoff, they would have needed 72 marks in your paper 2. So while this may look very easy, it's actually not. If you want to make your list, your name in the list of the final selections, or even reach the interview stage, the safe scores for you to target is at least 50 plus in your descriptive English, right? If your descriptive English is good, you can give less reliance on paper 2. Otherwise, if you are aiming for a bare minimum of 50-51 marks in your descriptive English, to be able to reach your interview stage and then the final list, aim for 73 plus in your paper 2. So that is the level of preparation you need to do, right? Which means you have to be 100% sure of your answers. And to do that, the best strategy for the next 25 days is revise and practice. Revise and practice, and I cannot understate the importance of how much this is. So more than trying to get more and more information, your focus should be that you are 100%, more than 100% sure of every answer you click there. No possibility of negative marking is what you have to leave. For that, go through all your topics. If you had left any topic in phase 1, go through them, and others revise for the next 10 days. Then refer to the revision modules and the MCQ booklets in the course that we provide for each of the 7 topics. Go through them multiple times, and not just MCQ booklets. Please do all the mock tests. Please do all the chapter tests as many times as you can do. Avoid unnecessary details and wasting time in peripheral topics, okay, apart from the financial awareness. So financial awareness you go through, so you can go through the weekly BPedia for important, and we also cover separately the economic, banking, finance news in a weekly format, so you can cover through them and practice the questions based on that aspect to cover that part. Give your mock test for the next 10 days, including both your papers, paper 1 and paper 2. And English, you start practicing today itself. Apart from the mock test, read one editorial, or there's a list of important essay topics that we have given in the course. You can write every day write. Even if you are writing 100 200 words, write, right? So practice that every day and then give the mock test so that we can evaluate 101 and give you the feedback. So this is what your strategy has to be, and the topics also where you can focus more I have discussed. I hope this will give you a direction and you will not waste another day. There are only 25 days counting from today. So wishing you all the best. You can download our app for seamless access to your courses and also free content available, daily quizzes that are available for you to practice from. And if you have any other query, you can reach out to us at hello@iexambee.com or call us at 920 552 4028. Wishing you all the best.